my way. Out of 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 my way. All my friends coming with me.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7. To throw is Sanders. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
19, Tiger, 19.
In motion right, that's Harrison. Now Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, 74 yards. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolves.
And they'll begin by running the option. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Oftentimes, broken tackles are his specialties. Put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try and get him down, weren't they?
You don't want me out there, I promise you. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry here for Ken Walker. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Go.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight first downs. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. No problem there on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They got his man complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Get it. Hawk 70. Hawk. Hey, check that. Street. Hawk. Ready.
Handoff running left, Irving. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready.
They'll send Judy in motion
60
left. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he stopped immediately there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and inches.
Ready, set. Here we go. Cut up. Ready.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go. 1918. Bronco switch.
Straight ahead is Irving. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, here's Shadur. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing, Sanders. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. 23 yards, the final tally.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Emeka Egbuka. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Hold the ready. Get up. Deputy Lion. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
60 back.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 45 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it hit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have recovered. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights. And a lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Sanders. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
when you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for the fullback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Okay, great.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Come on, go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Third and 4.
Let's go now.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Blocked by Julian Love. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Seahawks take over.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to win the locker room at halftime.
Christian McCaffrey, 46 yards. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Let's go. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Sanders to throw. That ball caught by Harrison. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marvin Harrison Jr., 61 yards. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Come on. Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. That one complete. It's tanked down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
A give up the middle, Johnson's. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go!
Back to throw here. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. Off the option, here's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Up the middle, here's Walker. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Rig alert. Rig alert. Tap the 60. Tap the 60. Ready up.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
32-yard line.
Bronco 80.
Here's Sanders. And he he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one. Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ready! 70 Lions! Ready!
On the give, this is their throwback. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
They'll try to run forward, Henry. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 2 now, second and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
He'll try to pick it up himself. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Bates' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. As they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talked about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
70, hot 70.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And once again, they'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the gun on third down, Sanders. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On the handoff, this is Irving. And able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
They'll send Judy in motion left. 2nd and 2. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Ready up. Get it.
Back to throw. Sanders. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
35-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Taken in at the 11. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. drive about to get started. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun, it's Sanders. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They go play action now. Sanders has taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Let's go now.
To throw again, here's Sanders. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Here we go. Stack.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Let's go. Go. 19, cut.
Now Sanders. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Setting up the screen for Sampson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Here we go. Here we go.
The 29-yard line.
To throw is Sanders. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
36.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Come on, come on. Ready.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
The 5-yard line.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Seahawks, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati.